Going to hand it off to Matt Forte, who begins his third season. They give it to Forte again. More running room this time. He's tripped up across the 40. It'll bring up third down and less than 3 for Chicago on this opening drive of the game. His first throw. Batted in the air and then caught by Aroma across midfield and still on his feet and tackled from behind all the way down to the 38-yard line. Vandenbosch, the trailer, came all the way down the field to make the tackle.
Interesting that they would come out on a 3rd and short with a 3-wide receiver. Here you can see Aroma just an inside quick drag route. And again, the fact that they're throwing the ball on 3rd and 2 tells you a little bit about the confidence that they have in Jay Cutler and what Mike Martz wants to do with this offense.
3 tight end set for Chicago. And Cutler to throw on first down. And he's looking for Aroma, and he dropped it. A perfect throw by Cutler. And he beat the safety, C.C. Brown. Safety blitz, and they give it to Forte. And he's inside the 35. It'll bring up third down and 5 for Chicago. Aroma again, and another first down to the 24. And Cutler, great protection, and that's Devin Hester. And it's 1st and goal, Chicago. He's run out of bounds at the 7-yard line. What a very impressive opening drive.
They're opting for protection here, Tom. One of the things they've been criticized in preseason, I want you to watch the tight ends on the right side. They're off the hip. Look at, they're both staying in. They're chipping. They're committing right now in a 2 tight end set with Olsen and Manu. I knew I'd mix that up.
Manu Maliuna.
Yeah,
it's not easy.
But they're committing to protection, and that's different for the Martz system.
They pitch it to Forte, who tries to turn the corner and is unable to do so. 2nd down and goal. 9th play of this drive. Empty backfield, short drop, pump fake. Cutler looking around. And he'll keep it himself, and he's tackled at the 2-yard line, which will bring up 3rd and goal. Johan Asiata brought in and has extra big body on his 3rd down and goal. And denied. The end zone is Forte. Decision early on for Lovie Smith. Do you go for it on 4th down?
Well, you always want to send a message to your team about I believe in you, but to not come away after a nice opening drive with no points whatsoever, you're going to kick the field goal. Passion says, hey, I want to go in there and show you I love you guys, I believe in you, but prudence says I'm going to take the 3 points. I want to reward this long drive in the opening drive of the season.
A 20-yard field goal try for Robbie Gould, the 3rd most accurate kicker in NFL history. Robbie Gould sets up at the 10 and bangs it through. Devin Hester in the slot. Play action by Cutler under heavy heat. And throws it up in the air, and it's incomplete. There is a penalty flag down on the field, roughly back behind the line of scrimmage.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense number 92, contact to the helmet, 15 yards, automatic, first down.
Vandenbosch applied the initial pressure, and then Averill whistled for roughing the passer, Jay Cutler.
We're just going to, obviously, it came at the end of the play. Lots of time here. Scrambles to the outside, late throw. It's the hit to the head. It's the hit by Averill with the hit to the head that brings about the penalty. Anytime you hit a quarterback around the head, it's going to bring a penalty.
So 1st and 20. from their own 43. Forte spins out of one tackle, but just does get back to the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd down and 19. Cutler rolls right and run out of bounds under pressure. 3rd down and 20. Cutler throws down the middle of the field, batted and intercepted. Aaron Berry, the rookie, an undrafted free agent out of Pitt, with the interception and brings it back to the 42-yard line. It appeared as though Cutler threw in to triple coverage down the middle of the field, and that is a recipe for disaster.
Here, 3rd and 20 now. I know you want to convert, but right here at the top, stop it right at the top right there. That's a lot of folks to be dealing with. That would take an unbelievably accurate throw. And then look at the play of Julian Peterson. This is a guy that had 10 sacks in 2006. They want him to drop more into coverage. Excellent job there of tipping the ball.
There were times today that we did a good job of putting them in 3rd and long. The first Aaron Berry's interception, I think that was like a 3rd and 20 or something like that. And those are situations that you got to get him into.
Play action, and Stafford throws inside the 40. The catch is made by Tony Scheffler, his first as a Lion. They pitch it to Best. Urlacher leading the charge. Back and healthy again is Brian Urlacher after getting injured in the season opener last year and missed the remainder of the season. There's a big addition of Julius Peppers, signing as a free agent from Carolina. They're showing blitz on 3rd and 8. And Peppers is there, but they lay it off to Pettigrew at the 34-yard line. He's a couple of yards short of a first down. There is a flag all the way back in midfield. Did Peppers get to Stafford a step too late?
Penalties on 3rd down. Just
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense, number 90. Contact to the quarterback helmet. 15 yards out into the end of the run. First down.
Well, Julius Peppers, you just got done talking about him, Tom. We'll see, I imagine, as we see him coming in here to our left. Again, we see it again. You cannot go to the head of a quarterback. You can like it, you cannot like it. It's going to get called.
So it's an automatic first down at the 19-yard line. The Lions trailing 3-0. Stafford, good protection. Drops it off for Javid Best. Best not only an outstanding runner at Cal, but a fabulous receiver as well. Jump ball to the end zone. The catch is made, but no, out of bounds as they try to throw it up there to Calvin Johnson.
Well, this falls back to the emphasis of the rule, or the change of the rule last year. There is no such thing as a force out. So this is good contact. This is a big target, and Calvin Johnson drags that foot. They might think about challenging that one, but that might have been a force out rule in previous years, but obviously the rule now says that does not exist. Both feet have got to come in bounds.
3rd down and 8. They need to get to the 9-yard line. Scheffler got a block from Sherilus and is inside the 10, down to the 7, and that's the first down. 1st and goal for the Lions. They spread them out.
Got a lot of size on the outside. At some point, we may see one of those patented jump balls to one of these big receivers.
They spread him out and then hand it off to Javid Best to the end zone. A touchdown. Got a lead block from Steven Peterman, who sprung him loose, and Best finds the end zone in the very first quarter in the first game of his NFL career. Final 2 minutes of the opening quarter. And a first down carry goes to Chester Taylor. Cutler rolls, throws to a wide open Johnny Knox to the 42 of Detroit. Knox caught 45 passes as a rookie a season ago.
We're seeing some very good movement by Jay Cutler within the pocket. They faked the draw here. You can see he's going to give a quick fake to the draw. They had just run it. Now he gets quickly flushed to the left side, moving around in the pocket. We've seen him move a great deal. You got to be impressed. He just got to stay away from those 3rd and 20 interceptions, and he's going to be fine.
Taylor remains in the backfield. They give it to Chester. And a good carry inside the 35 to the 33. That'll be a gain of 8, tripped up by Aaron Berry. And there's Taylor as a receiver. Still on his feet. And stopped at the 20-yard line. They'll move the chains again. And that will be the final play of the opening quarter. First down. And Taylor slips the tackle down to the 16th. 3rd down and 7. Cutler to Aroma Shadir. And he is dropped at the 10, very close to a first down. There is a penalty flag on the near sideline. So a couple of things going on here. Did he get to the first down stick? And what's the infraction? And Aaron Berry shaken up, helped off the field on the same play.
They look to be short of the 3rd down. We'll see if a penalty will make a difference here.
Illegal use of the hands, hands to the face, defense, number 24, 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
That's Chris Houston, a starter for the last 3 years for Atlanta, and came over in a trade during this offseason. No, they're saying Jonathan Wade, I beg your pardon, the 3 years with Seattle, St. Louis, and then came over during the offseason.
And we're seeing down here, this is a killer penalty on a 3rd down. The hands to the face. If it happened very quickly. The hard thing is it's an automatic first down. I don't know. That looked pretty pedestrian to me.
Boy, you're not lying. So a first down. Cutler rolling. Lays it off for his tight end, Greg Olsen. And the ball is loose. Olsen fumbled the football. The Lions say they have it. And they are right.
Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious.
First catch of the day by Olsen, who led the Bears with 60 receptions a season ago, and he coughs it up inside the 10.
Well, we've already talked about the turnover-plagued Bears last year via interceptions. Doesn't matter how you turn it over. You turn it over in the red zone. This is points off the board. Guaranteed, codlock, probably 3 points. And now the momentum that does for Detroit.
Usually the person who creates the most turnovers win a ball game. So we was just trying to get the ball back to our offense so they can make plays. And we just came in here with the mindset to get turnovers.
Jerome Felton, the tight end, is chopped down after picking up a couple of yards on first down by DJ Moore. Pass dropped for a loss back at the 5-yard line by Mark Anderson, who had the outstanding rookie year when he had 12 sacks. He only has 9.5 in 3 years since, and actually has lost his starting job to Israel Adonijah.
I want to see what Scott Linehan does here. We're going to see just what kind of confidence they have now in their second-year quarterback. 3rd and long in the shadow of your own goal line. Let's see what they're willing to let Matthew Stafford do.
And you mentioned earlier, half of his interceptions came on 3rd and long, 7 or more yards last year. They're going to hand it off. Wide open, Aromashodu, and that is a first down to the 42-yard line. And Cutler throws down the middle of the field, and Olsen was defended beautifully. Great protection, and knocks the catch. Another first down to the 44-yard line. A gain of 15 to Johnny Knox.
This is a classic Mike Martz combination. I'm going to throw to the area, even though I don't know that the receiver that I can see him. Mike Martz's system is all about throwing to an area. You, receiver, you need to be where you're supposed to be, when you're supposed to be there, doing what you're supposed to be doing in this system.
Of course, Martz had unpleasant endings in St. Louis, a couple of years in Detroit, and also in San Francisco. Was out of the game last year as they lay it off to Forte. And he's inside the 30. Ball is loose and picked up by Detroit. That is a third turnover in the game by Chicago. Best. A gain of close to 10 on first down. That should have been an interception, and perhaps 6 the other way. It was tipped initially at the line of scrimmage and then through the hands of Danielle Manning. A third down, and they run the ball. And Best very close to the first down marker. He had to get just on maybe the Bears side of the 50. And it looks like he has enough. It is a first down. Maurice Morris checks into the backfield, and he'll take the swing pass from Stafford and picks up 3. Third down. And they convert on the slant to Tony Scheffler, a native of Chelsea, Michigan. Grew up a Lions fan until he signed with Denver after graduating from Western Michigan, and he is a very valuable weapon for Matthew Stafford this season.
And they went to specifically get Tony Scheffler. Scott Linehan very much likes the 2 tight end package. They love their second-year player Brandon Pettigrew, but they wanted someone to complement. They created a 3-way trade with Philadelphia, sent Ernie Sims to Philadelphia to get him out of Denver.
First down give is to Best, and pursued nicely by Tino Samoa. Stafford on 2nd and 11, looking down the field. Great protection. It's Morris out of the backfield, and he bursts through a couple of defenders and slips inside the 25. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Drive it Best on the outside, and they look for a matchup at some point.
Blitz coming. Detroit picks it up, and an open receiver is Nate Burleson inside the 5 down to the 4. First and goal for the Lions, and great protection there for Stafford.
Nice job by Stafford. I want you to watch how he scans to the left, okay, moves the secondary, moves the safety, then comes back and delivers a very accurate throw to Nate Burleson. Nice job by the quarterback.
Quick snap, they give it to Best. Did he get to the end zone? The Lions are saying touchdown. And it looks like he will be inches short.
Again, nice shot. Watch the burst. We keep talking about the burst here. Needs to get the pads down just a little. Of course, he ran into his own lineman. Looks like clearly he did not get into the end zone. We may have a challenge here.
The previous play is under review.
I misspoke, not a challenge, of course. We're inside of 2 minutes. The challenge coming from the booth to see if he did break the line. It looks like as he comes in, he breaks the line. Looks like he can't not get in, but as he starts to spin out, comes in here and shuts him right there. I'm not sure the ball crosses the plane. It looks to me as though the call will stand.
And that was the call on the field that Best did not break the plane to score a touchdown. This is a booth review.
After review, it has been determined that the runner did break the goal line with the football. It is a touchdown, Detroit. With the game clock operator.
Like I said, clearly the ball crossed the line, saw it all the way.
1:30 on the game clock.
Yeah, it's interesting. Again, it's got to be incontrovertible to overturn the call. Let's see again, and at some point, somewhere within here, right? Ah, boy, I don't know. I think we need the U.S. Open Hawkeye to see where that falls on the line, because my old eyes aren't seeing that. But right now, the Detroit Lions will take it any way they can get it.
So 1:25 left until halftime, and Cutler works out of the shotgun and drops it off to Forte, who throws his shoulder into the Detroit tackler. There is a flag on the play. And again, slow to get up is Cutler.
Offense, number 74. 10-yard
That'll be
penalty.
Chris Williams, their left tackle, who had a very difficult time in the preseason. He's a #1 draft pick 3 years ago, and they're waiting for Williams to deliver on a #1 pick.
Well, the last thing you want to do inside of a minute 18 right now, minimal goals for Chicago. Let's not put the ball back in the hands of Detroit, whether it be a turnover or on downs. This is a big series for them emotionally going into the half.
Looked like Cutler may have injured his ankle. They go right back to Forte out of the backfield. A big gain here. A first down and maybe a touchdown. Forte being chased, and he will score.
Boy, talk about a turnaround of emotion. The Detroit Lions feeling so good about going into the half up 14-3, get a little loose with their coverage and tackling in the open field, and now right now the Chicago Bears have totally turned the emotional tide of the game going into the half.
Shotgun to Cutler on 1st and long. Out in the flat with a Cruz block. It's Forte to the 20. 25, 30, 40 sideline midfield. 40 of the Lions to the 30. He puts it to the 10, to the 5, to the end zone. Touchdown, Matt Forte on a dump pass to the right. He goes 89 yards.
Stafford steps up, fires. Catch made by Scheffler. He's out of bounds after a gain of 6. Stafford, good protection. And again finds a tight end, Scheffler. Very close to a first down. It is a first down. Out to the 45-yard line. Clock running, and
yeah, at some point you don't want to leave those tight end or those timeouts in your pocket. They decided not to kill the ball here. They're letting him run the offense. About 20 yards away.
15 seconds there. Sacked, and the ball is loose. And all the way down to the 22. Penalty flags all over the field. The hit was made by Julius Peppers to jar it loose. Tommy Harris picked it up. Stafford appears to be shaken up. Boy, and that's not a good sign. That's his throwing arm down along his leg.
He's carrying the, hopefully it's just a bit of a stinger and it'll work its way out. Let's see what the penalty's about. It came after they picked up the ball after the fumble. So I don't think it's going to affect the turnover.
After the play, personal foul, intercepting team, number 54, late hit, 15-yard penalty, first down Chicago.
Boy, that's a veteran Urlacher. So instead of having it at the 22, they'll back him up to the 37 with 20 seconds left.
Well, this is Julius Peppers coming off that backside against Jeff Backus. Quarterback's nightmare, getting hit from behind. Tommy Harris scoops and scores, or at least that's what he's trying to do. Urlacher now immediately transitions into, okay, I'm going to go get somebody.
Well, he had a shoulder, this time to his throwing shoulder. Wasn't able to finish, and we still have to do all the tests, everything else there, but it was significant enough that there was no consideration to put him back in the game. So we'll just see how long it'll be.
They're about 5 yards away from getting into field goal position.
So Cutler throws and out of bounds as Aroma should do. It'll bring up second down with 15 seconds left. Cutler, catch made by Chester Taylor at the 24-yard line. This would bring up about a 42-yard field goal try, and Chicago will spend a timeout. Catch by Olsen, run out of bounds with 4 seconds left inside the 15-yard line.
And you knew it had to be an outside throw, something that would take the receiver immediately out of bounds to stop the clock. And nice execution, quick turnaround. The whole tide of this game has gone now towards Chicago, where a minute and 20 seconds ago we thought Detroit was going to walk into the locker room with a 14-3 lead.
All right, now the field goal try by Gold to try and bring Chicago within a single digit at halftime. Good snap, good hold, you betcha. 10 points in the final minute and a half of the second. Matthew Stafford walks out of the locker room, and I think that pretty much gives us the final word about his return in this game.
Basically got the MRI results back, and so you just gotta kind of take it from there. No rotator cuff, no labrum, none. It's week one really, get dinged up again a little bit. So it's not fun, but be back out there as soon as I can, and hopefully help us win some games.
So it'll be Sean Hill, 6'3", 220-pounder in his 9th year out of Maryland. He'll hand it off to Javid Best. And it's dropped by Pettigrew. It'll bring up 3rd down and 9. And on 3rd down, he throws incomplete to Nate Burleson. So with Hill taking over for Stafford, it's 3 and out on the opening drive to begin the second half. Jay Cutler throws on 1st down. Catch made by Aroma Shadu to the 44-yard line. Chicago trailing by a single point. 1st down at the Detroit 44. Screen to the tight end Olsen. Breaks out of a tackle and picks up 9. They're going to throw it 3rd in the yard. Knox to the 30, and a 1st down for Chicago. Jay Cutler has thrown for over 300 yards in the game, and here we threw halfway through the 3rd quarter. He nearly had that one stripped out of his hand. It's remarkable he had the strength in the right hand to hold on to it after Sue had made contact with the football. Boy, you wonder how strong these men are that play this game. How do you hold on to this ball?
Yeah, and it's not like Sue is a little bit of a wallflower. I mean, he's coming around that edge. That's a big arm that reached up and grabbed Jay Cutler. And Jay Cutler, when you meet him, he's got some strength about him. Here you can see Sue just beating the outside, coming off the edge on Lewis, reaching that hand out. Nice ball containment by the quarterback.
2nd and 18. Knox slipped, and there may have been confusion between Knox and Aroma Shadu. 3rd and 18. Cutler is Incomplete on a throw. He was under heavy pressure from Sammy Hill. Cutler from his own 26, the pitch to Chester Taylor. And he'll pick up a yard, maybe two. Outstanding play made behind the line of scrimmage by Alphonso Smith. They just acquired him in a trade after final cuts were made from Denver. 3rd and 9. Great protection for Cutler. And he's going to run it, and he has a first down.
Jay Cutler's used to making these kind of plays coming out of Vanderbilt, because this was kind of like what he had to do his whole college career. But the guy is a gamer in that regards. He's just a ball player. He's half thinking, do I tip it off to Greg Olsen here? But now I'm gonna, I'm gonna show my toughness. I'm gonna keep the chains alive. Now this gives me a fresh set of downs. Maybe Coach Martz will let me throw it a couple times here.
So a first down out to the 39-yard line.
They ran on 1st and 2nd down before. I bet you we see a pass here.
You caught it. Cutler stripped from behind, and it looks like Detroit has the football. It would be a 4th turnover of the afternoon by Chicago. Turk McBride stripped it away.
And we talk about their willingness now to keep the tight ends and backs in because of the vulnerability of the offensive line. That was a 2-man route. When you turn the ball over on a 2-man route, meaning you've given enough protection, and now he should be protected. You can see over in here, they're going to keep the tight end in. Chip, the back now helps. You got a lot of folks in the protection. Now you just get beat on the outside in a turnover. That's extremely frustrating for a quarterback when you commit all those assets to protection, and I still get sacked from behind, all but still holding the ball just a bit long.
Sammy Hill covered it up after McBride stripped it out of the hand of Cutler. And now Detroit in business. The first time the Lions have had good field position virtually the entire afternoon. The only other time they had decent field position, they scored a touchdown. Bad exchange, and Hill's going to get positive yards out of the play. How about that? Best split wide left. Morris stays in to protect. And this time the catch is made. It looks like Johnson has enough for a first down. Boy, he just carries defenders with him before the whistle blows. That's a big-time throw and a big-time catch to move the chains.
Yeah, that's what a Calvin Johnson gives you, obviously. Here, obviously in the slot, just a simple in route. This guy's 6'5", almost 240 pounds, Tom. The ability for him to match up with anybody back there and outrun them. Runs a 4.39 40. Really one of the dominant receivers in the league if they can just get it to him.
Or do they take that shot to him now? Yes, they do. And he fell down. And it's intercepted by Tillman. Gets back to his feet. And is dropped at the 9-yard line. The one time they do what you thought they should do. And Johnson simply lost his footing.
Whether he slipped or they got tied up, and that's the kind of throw. Sean Hill has to throw this thing on timing. Just a little bit of just kind of tripped over himself. Illegal contact. That timing requires that the quarterback throw it a little bit of blind like that. You certainly don't count on the receiver going down. Boy, what a tough break for the Detroit Lions. An opportunity now to get down to scoring position. Turnover for turnover.
Bears will get off a play on first down. And Forte sprung loose and has a first down out to the 26-yard line. second down, Forte. Very close to a first down. The third down, and a little more than a foot out of the I formation. And a first down for Forte. Butler scrambles, and he's going to run it again. And chased out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Butler escapes the grip of Vanden Bosch, crosses the 45, and he'll be about 2 yards short of a first down. Detroit with a 1-point lead, 12:20 to play. Back across the field on the screen to Forte. He's inside the 45 to the 43. Miscommunication there. 10:45 to play at Soldier Field. Opening weekend of this 2010 NFL season. And the Detroit Lions, without their talented second-year quarterback Matthew Stafford, knocked out of the game in the final minute of the opening half. They have done next to nothing on offense all day, and the ball is loose. If the Bears have it, it could be a touchdown. They're saying a first down inside the 1.
Boy, just on the inside here, just the penetration, beating them to the punch across the line. Great job by Briggs, unaccounted for. The back could not get to him, or whoever's responsible. Looked like the tight end was supposed to come in to that A gap, pushed by the defensive line. Briggs pulling the trigger. Huge turnover for the Bears.
I was going to hand it off and saw the running back's eyes get big, so then I kind of knew, what do you do there? I mean, I can't necessarily try to do something crazy. I'm back there almost in the end zone myself.
Lance is a Pro Bowl player. He plays like that always. I mean, my 7 years here, I've seen him make play after play like that. Even missing time last week, but that was a big play in the game.
Sean Hill under center. Felton lone back. Scheffler now joins the backfield. Here's the snap. Briggs hit him and takes the ball away at the 1. Bears football.
Forte does not break the plane. Second and goal. Asiata checks in again as an extra big body. Play action. And it's incomplete. Third and goal. Did he get there? I'm not sure he did. So now, fourth and goal.
Oh, you kick the field goal. You got to kick the field goal. I mean, you're talking about taking the lead. Their offense, I'm talking about Detroit now, has not gained much of a yard. Their starting quarterback is out. I know you want to send a message.
So you would be kicking the field goal here.
How do you not take the lead when the opponent is, and I applaud the bravado, but if they don't get this, Katie bar the door.
Forte does not get to the end zone. First and goal inside the 1, and Chicago does not score. What a remarkable stand defensively by the Detroit Lions. Unbelievable.
That was frustrating because, I mean, it's right there. You're inches away, and,
if we score right there, you know, the game's, you know, out of hand. It's out of reach, you know, both times. So, you know, that's disappointing.
We were playing great defense, and we needed. I just didn't feel good about having 3 points in that situation. The worst case scenario would have been for us not to get it, and we had them backed up. Felt like we could still make them punt and get good field position. It's a field position game throughout. I make that call every time.
I wasn't surprised because I figured that they thought that if they go for it, then that defense would try to get the ball back. So I knew they was gonna go for it. But defense, like I said, we have a never die attitude, and we're gonna keep on fighting.
Defense was playing great. They played great the whole second half. They kept us in it. They're the reason we won the game. So I think Lovey had all the confidence in the world that if we did make it, they'd still be pinned down there and we'd still get the ball back. But getting 4 chances down there and not punching one that's unexcusable. We've got to fix it.
Well, Sean Hill just sticks his nose forward and maybe picks up a yard on first down as we're under 9 minutes to play. They're going to hand it off. And now it's 3rd down and 11. They're going to throw it. And very close to a first down. This is an extremely important spot.
Boy, this is going to be close. This is going to be close. This is where the receiver, Calvin Johnson, has to know the depth he's got to get the first.
Well, he's short of a first down after the spot. A delay to Forte. Flag comes in.
This is likely to be on Olin Kreutz on the inside on Corey Williams.
Holding. Offense, number 57. 10-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
2nd down and 20. Chester Taylor, a big game, crossing midfield to the 49. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3. He broke a tackle of Julian Peterson, which gave him an extra 5-7 yards. Gain of 18.
You got to give the Detroit defense credit that the secondary was questioned heavily coming in. Besides Louis Delmas, they've got a whole bunch of new people on the back end. This is a down and distance, 3rd and about 2 or 3 that should favor the offense. Mike March usually likes to run little quick pick routes. Just pick up the first down yardage.
A big play in this game right here and right now. And it's caught by Olsen, a first down to the 35.
Well, we said C.C. Brown, big hitter out of that Detroit secondary, but you worry about the coverage skills. He's got Greg Olsen. He needed to close on Greg Olsen. Got a pretty good jam by the linebacker, but nice job by Jay Cutler getting the ball out of his hand quickly.
They pitch it to Taylor. Cuts it back to the inside. And he's down to the 20. Well, right now the ball at 25. It would be a 42-yard field goal try. And they hand it to Taylor, and they're backed up 3 more yards. Butler backpedals, throws down the sideline. Touchdown! Matt Forte had an 89-yard touchdown reception early in the game. He's shaken up at the conclusion of this touchdown to give Chicago the lead.
Beautifully timed throw. Matt Forte, who is a good, solid receiver, has been utilized in his career that way. You got the matchup you want. Matt Forte on a linebacker.
it's one of those plays you kind of have to let it sort out. I think they're a little bit confused defensively about what coverage they want to get in. And anytime I can get Matt one-on-one on a linebacker or safety, I'm going to go ahead and give him a look. And he did a great job turning the corner and made a great.
Snap to Cutler, backpedals, sets, launches for Forte. Diving catch, touchdown! Touchdown Bears! A dramatic catch by Matt Forte.
Hill lofts to the sideline, and the reception is made. First of the game by Brian Johnson out to the 41-yard line. Clock down to 1:15 as Detroit hurries to the line of scrimmage. And again, only one timeout left, and a field goal is not going to do it. The Lions need 6.
There's plenty of time here. You're going to need a couple of those types of plays.
Best trying to get to the sideline.
Out of bounds.
Nice job by the rookie. Job at best. He gets to the 49, stopping the clock at 55 seconds. Scheffler, the tight end, to the 41. Clock is down to 50. And final timeout used by Detroit. Well, they would have lost about 15 seconds more than likely there getting up to the line of scrimmage. So perhaps not a bad move.
Yeah, you know, it's either one. You can go, you can kill it at that point, or you can do what they did and obviously call timeout. It's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, obviously.
We talked at the very beginning about the importance of this game. Brian, you thought perhaps more so than any other game being played in the National Football League today, that this game had supreme importance for these two teams, the Lions and the Bears.
Well, you just can't imagine a loss at home in the opener for the Bears. It just, I don't know what they would have done with that. Detroit, the ability to get a win on the road, nothing harder to do in all of sports, in my opinion, than to get a road win in the division in the opener.
Hill, good protection, throws to the sideline, and Johnson spins back into the field of play rather than trying to get to the sideline.
They got to kill this. Give yourself a time to dial up something a little more calculated. Come on, quickly, quickly, son.
And it's spiked. Boy, Johnson perhaps losing sight of where he was on the field, or perhaps trying to make a play.
And at this point, Tom, this is not about scheme. You can fold up the playbook and put it in your back pocket, because you're not going to scheme a Bear defense into a guy being wide open. Somebody's got to make a play. You've got size in Calvin Johnson, 6'5". Size in Tony Scheffler, 6'5". Brian Johnson, 6'3". You've got some size to get it down the field with.
Again, Johnson at the bottom of your screen, isolated with Zachary Bowman. Blitz coming. They throw it up to Johnson. Into the corner. Touchdown, Calvin Johnson! Unbelievable throw by Hill, and a miraculous catch. Leaping high over Bowman by Calvin Johnson. And the Lions, who had one, are they saying, wait a minute, are now they overruling and saying he did not get it in bounds? The officials gathered down in the corner after the initial indication of touchdown.
The ruling on the field is that the runner did not complete the catch during the process of the catch. It is an incomplete pass. It will be 3rd down, Detroit.
We talked about this with the officials before the game today. The process is the key word.
And you've got to continue through the play.
We will now review the previous play.
This is the process. He's considered going to the ground, and when you go to the ground, you have to hold on to the ball after hitting the ground. It's all a process. In the end zone, it's not dead as soon as he gets possession. This is one where even after you hit, you've got to maintain possession of the ball.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. It is an incomplete pass. It will be Detroit's ball, 3rd and 10 on the 25-yard line, and the ball will be placed on the hash mark nearest the Chicago Bears sideline.
So we thank Mike Pereira from our Fox Command Center for bringing all of us up to speed.
And what Mike is saying is very clear-cut here. They don't think there's the second act. It is the continuation in the process. It's unfortunate. Calvin Johnson thinking, I'm done. I've won the game.
So I figured, I got 2 feet to move down before I dropped the ball on the ground, And I didn't drop the ball, I caught it, like I said, at one time it is what it is, I'm not going to blame anything on the referees. I move on.
That's an incomplete pass. The officials called it incomplete. That's an incomplete pass. The rule is if you're going to the ground in the process of making a catch, you need to finish with the football, and we didn't finish with the football.
Pump fake, and they're throwing it down there again. And it's batted away. And Johnson looking for a flag on Danielle Manning for pass interference.
We could have gone up and run down and spiked and probably had time for one more play. But, the coverage, I thought we had a good matchup. At least on one play, I thought we had a very good matchup and had a chance to make the play. And, anytime you got the ball up in the air and Calvin Johnson with a chance for it, I think I like our odds there. So, no, I don't have any questions or any second thoughts there.
But you do have to convert to continue this series. Blitz coming. Hill throws to the end zone. And it's incomplete.
Danielle Manning shifts to the other side. Hill to throw, has time, zips it to the left side of the end zone. Broken up by Danielle Manning. Bears are going to win this one, 19-14. I don't know how, but they did.
One down, top of the division.